Hi, I'm Sowmya. So right before I met Jummee and JummeeMethod about a year and a half ago, I was still in the grieving process of losing my father, who is my best friend. And along with it, a lot of changes were happening in my life, and a relationship was ending. I had just been laid off and started a new gig. And in that, what happened was all my previous coping mechanisms of travel, eating, wine, whatever else I was leaning on wasn't working anymore. My whole body on the left-hand side would lock up, and I had chronic pain in my lower back and my pelvic region. And at that time, I was working out regularly. I was doing yoga stretches. I was getting massages. I was using so many other modalities already. And when I met Jummee, she said, come and do a few sessions with me. And we started to do movements. At first felt a little odd because they were so not familiar for me, and in those movements within 2 sessions I felt more relief in chronic pain that a year and a half later has never returned. My pelvic area completely loosened up, and in the year and a half I've done more sessions and continued this practice almost on a daily basis. And most of this practice allows me to slow down. My life is very, very busy, and so it allows me to slow down in the morning and in the evenings, and just enough to unlock sometimes grief, sometimes emotional release, but a lot of times just enough to not get tightened up again. So JummeeMethod has been something that I believe for someone who's done yoga, who's worked out, who's climbed mountains, who's done so many other things, I've never found anything that taps into sound in such a powerful way, and movement, especially around the pelvic area, and breath, and kind of combines all those three. So actually what it's done for me, one other thing it's done for me, in addition to really give me a lot more flexibility and free of pain in my pelvis area and around my shoulders, is I used to have this incredible chronic bronchitis and throat constriction. I don't have that anymore. So especially in the past 3 months, I've done more sessions with Jummee, and I've actually begun to chant and sing and do a lot more things. I credit a lot of that. From a relationship perspective, my relationship with my mother was really torn. A lot of it was definitely when my father died. There was a lot of that anger and grief, and I fully credit the work that I've been doing with Jummee for my ability to get my mother back. Yeah, so to get that relationship with my mother back, so I don't know how one puts a price tag on that. So I'm glad that while my mother's alive, we've been able to heal our relationship and continue to dive deeper and deeper, and I fully wholeheartedly give Jummee the credit for creating enough space in my body and in my spirit to go from a place of anger and reaction to a place of compassion and patience and temperance. And the work continues.